Welcome back. It is That Stupid Podcast, Monday.
Oh, it's June 30th or something, you guys.
It is June 30th. No, it's June 30th. It means it's Monday, so it's Technology Bites.
Yeah, it is.
And I got a few stories to go over.
I actually beat you to one,
You
and I think
totally
that's the
did.
one we're going to start with.
Well, let's start with that one.
All right, so basically, everybody has a set-top box.
So I have a Roku. I have an Apple TV. I have, I don't know, a Chromecast.
Yeah.
And something else.
And we've talked about this, which we all kind of knew this was coming with Chromecast. We discussed Google getting into this industry, and we also talked about how Roku was going to get absolutely screwed over. And now it's official. Yeah. Google has dropped not only a set-top box, it will also be an Ouya, essentially.
Yeah, because
so many people are playing on those. That market's just going crazy with people wanting.
I don't understand why they're doing this. So Amazon did this with the Fire TV, right?
Which absolutely looks awesome in my opinion.
It is good. It is very good, and you can speak to it, which makes people happy. So you get that whole Xbox type speaking interface, but for $100 as opposed to. The problem I have with the Google appliance is why?
Because they wanted to, and Google's in the hardware business.
Yes.
And you know what? All those Android people out there, they got those Android phones, and they're doing the swipe to the thing. They're gonna buy it.
It's true.
Because they're gonna sit it and they're gonna push music to it. And they're gonna push videos to it.
Here's why. Here's the other reason I'm gonna say why. This week, so Google I/O is going on right now, and that's the reason this announcement happened, and that's the reason we actually have a couple Google stories to talk about. So L is out. Well, L is being shown.
It's discussed.
So what do you think it's been called? Licorice, maybe? I'm thinking licorice.
I'm gonna go with licorice. Probably licorice.
Or Lifesavers. They could call it Lifesavers.
That could call it. Well, that's copyrighted.
So was
Kit Kat. Yeah, you're right.
You know, they have Google money.
They do got Google. Who's gonna sue them? Really?
Exactly.
I'll sue them. Fine. Well, you guys can't use Google anymore. Their entire IT department is like, oh my god, we have a problem. How do I fix this?
Exactly. So, but since Google I/O is going on, obviously that's why they announced that. But they also announced something else, and this isn't new. This has been a theoretical prototype for a while, and that is the modular phone.
Yes.
But they actually turned one on today.
And apparently
it crashed. It crashed, but the fact that
you can do it.
Right.
You can build that.
So I stand corrected. I swore it would never happen.
And it did, and Google would always be the one to do it. Drive self-driving cars. That'll never happen. One more thing on the Google agenda in your mind?
No,
just
please.
Quickly.
Absolutely.
Google Cardboard.
I was going to talk about this. Screw you, $900
Oculus Rift? Well, we built it with cardboard and an S3.
Yeah, pretty much. So with the S3, and that reminded me of the other Google thing I wanted to hit, and that is, this is the reason I said, why do a set-top box? Because while the S3's not in the mix yet, the 4 or the 5 are, and I think the Galaxy Note 3 and a few other ones, you can now mirror, like what I can do with my iPhone, you can mirror your Chromecast now.
Yep. So the Chromecast was just the beginning, and I knew that they were trying to get startup money, which is what they did by selling the Chromecast at such a cheap price.
Oh, I love that.
Now they got you.
It's a great little device. I love it.
All right, so what else we got?
Kind of moving on into one more Google thing.
Dude, everybody's showing off watches.
So Apple has a watch coming out this year. That's the big rumor.
And that's the rumor. I don't think we're going to see it this year.
I actually do.
Do you?
I don't know that it'll be for sale this year, but I do think you're going to see it. I think whether or not it actually ships this year or not.
Oh, it won't ship this year. If anything, it'll ship Q2 of next year.
I think you're going to get some kind of confirmation from Apple this year.
Bring it on. You put a heartbeat sensor on that thing, I'm there because I need a good activity tracker.
But there are 3 kind of dropped watches. One we knew about, which is the last one I'm going to talk about. The first 2 is LG's new one, and it's a cute little square job there.
It's all right.
No,
I mean, it's got, for the surface area, there's not enough screen for me.
I agree. The new Gear from Samsung.
That's the round one, right?
No, that's the last one I'm talking about. So the new Gear from Samsung is also rectangular.
Yeah.
But it's
got a nice screen on it.
It does have a nice little OLED screen, and it's got more usefulness.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem with the last Gear was it was just
we don't know what to do with it either.
Right.
Like, that's the thing, is like we can do you can do like 2 things.
But the third one, the one we've known about for the longest, is the Motorola. And it's this big giant.
It looks sexy,
it's stunning. It really is.
It does sit up high, but if I want a watch like that, I want to work. I want to feel like I'm Dick Tracy. That's what I want.
Yeah. Nice little AMOLED screen. It's just absolutely
multiple
gorgeous.
app functions. They're taking in APIs for it as well.
Yep.
So you can get your tweet messages and everything on it.
Oh, and Google Glass opened up a couple APIs recently.
Sure did.
So you can now really get your stalkering on. You can do live streaming. Live stream, which we use live stream.
I've never done that on my Apple device ever. Oh, wait.
But now you can not just do Google Glass. You can stream all your pervy shit right to the internet.
Which is pretty awesome. We're going to start seeing a lot of POV from people. I guarantee you, all the Daredevils out there who have it and are brave enough to strap those things to their head because they cost like $2,000 and go do crazy flips, we're going to see a lot of those videos.
I think you're probably right. I think,
in live.
Yeah,
in live,
right. Because we kind of see them now with GoPro and stuff like that.
Yep, but those aren't live and they're bulky.
Right. No, I agree. So getting away from Google for just a minute.
Just a second.
And this makes absolutely no sense, but we're going to talk about Russia. And I'm not talking about politics, but apparently Putin is like, screw you, AMD, and screw you, Intel.
Yeah.
We're going to build our own processors.
Because that's always turned out well when Russia has been like, you know what?
Yeah.
We'll just make our own. Hey, really, Russia? How'd Chernobyl turn out? I'm just saying.
So the problem that the Russian government has, obviously,
they're broke.
Well, no, this is more to do with backdoor from like NSA or whatever.
Basically, if they put processors from America, and the NSA could go over to the companies and be like, hey, could you put a little code in there?
But here's the thing. The processor that they're building is based off the ARM.
Yeah, which is old.
Well, it's not that it's old, but it's a technology that we already know about. So
Absolutely.
it's not
nothing up and coming.
But the interesting thing, since it's ARM, they're also probably going to run some Linux kernel, I would assume.
They'll probably have some crazy Russian programmers bust up and build their own.
But I just thought that was kind of weird. Like, why did they do that?
Because they're Russia?
I guess. Speaking of stupid things that companies do.
What's that?
So, I love Marissa Mayer. I'm a big fan of Yahoo now and then.
Yes. The CEO of,
You know, apparently in Yahoo's infinite wisdom, they're going to go and do Facebook Home. Well, Yahoo Home. You remember Facebook Home? The Android, replacement for your whole
that
desktop?
basically broke your entire phone.
Well, Yahoo's doing it now.
Good. So now Yahoo can alienate all the other 15% of internet users share that they have left in young people.
I don't understand why. It was a horrible failed experiment for Facebook. Why didn't you learn it? I mean,
Yahoo has become the new AOL. I'm calling it.
Well, they bought AOL, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
really, if you look at their market share out there, their demographic is not the 18 to 34 demographic. It's the next demographic up. The people who were like, oh, I don't think I'm ever going to use Google. I'll stick with my Yahoo.
You know, I'm in that demographic, and I don't use Yahoo.
Exactly.
But
that's what I'm saying.
I don't.
That's what I'm saying. Smart people don't use Yahoo.
Oh, that's like gauntlet thrown.
Send your complaints to...
I actually know some people who do, though.
Well, when they watch this, they can call the number 480-STUPID-9 and yell at me.
They totally can.
We'll put you on the air.
So before we go back to more Google news, I have one more story.
What you got?
Microsoft.
We bought Nokia handset.
They bought Nokia. Nokia had released the X a while back,
everybody
which was an Android
raved
phone.
about.
Great phone. We all figured that Microsoft would kill that whole line. Nope. No, actually, they just launched the X2
again,
which is essentially a slightly larger screen version, and it runs on Android. Just like the other X did. I mean, they're not getting rid of the...
But they're also allowing the Windows Mobile OS on it as well? No? Yes?
Not
maybe?
Yet.
Oh, it'll happen.
I mean, yeah.
It'll happen.
They might do it. Because people wanted to do a dual boot. I don't know that that's a great idea.
I don't think it's a great idea on a phone, but I don't see it not happening.
But it's this is now 4.3 or 4.5 inches, the new one. It's funny because it's Android, but it looks like Windows Phone.
Yeah, it does. It looks just like Windows.
It
looks
well.
just like a Windows Phone, and I guarantee you the camera is going to be amazing.
Oh, well, yeah, because it's Nokia.
That's a Nokia phone. That's a Nokia thing. They've got that on lockdown.
I will say this about the Nokia camera. The Nokia cameras, they're not as amazing as people think they are.
No.
They're great.
They're awesome, but my Zeiss lens is preferred in my opinion.
Right. So...
they're all digital makery, and this is all physical witchcraft as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. So I think we talked about this last week, didn't we?
Ooh, somebody's mad at YouTube.
Yeah.
In fact, everybody's mad at YouTube.
So I think last week we talked about the fact that, YouTube is like, all right, so we got this new music streaming service, and you're going to do it, or we're going to kick you off of YouTube.
And barely 5% of the actual mainstream market radio companies,
they were like,
radio industry people are like, I don't think I want a part of that.
Yeah.
I don't think I want. So 5% is signed up for the...
Right. 95% are like...
Which is weird when you think about it, because all that free music that's out on YouTube, and they're sitting back going, I don't want nothing to do with your streaming service. Because we like our ad revenue.
Well, they like their ad revenue, and there are other services. While Vimeo may not have the following that YouTube does, if Google's not careful...
They'll kill a company.
Yeah. They will absolutely kill, and you'll see somebody like Vimeo just absolutely launch.
Yeah, and Vimeo has their own YouTube channel. Is that correct? Or what's
you're
what's
thinking
the?
Vivo.
I'm thinking of Vivo, which is a bunch of the radio and music
it's
industry
a
people.
Conglomerate licensing deal.
And when that went, they all everyone in the radio music industry went outside and they all threw their hats in the air and yippied and then drank a Coke.
Because they all got a great licensing deal. It worked out for everybody. They get a share ad revenue, and it just made life a lot easier.
They make money off of what they normally would never have made money off of.
So I just, I said last week I don't understand what the hell Google's doing, and now I'm like not surprised.
I understand okay, so we've got two halvesies over here.
Yeah.
I understand what this half of Google is doing, and this half is like that crazy drunk uncle who's just like, listen, the kids want you to take the music and you stream it to the nets with the web and the Twitters.
We're gonna take it on the line.
And tubes. The internet is tubes, and you just can't.
I had a little drop a little bit fun for you there.
Oh my God!
You mean online?
Taking it on the line. Onto the line.
Onto the line. So. I just,
it's a bad idea, and even like when Adele.
Right. Yeah.
Do you want to?
So Adele is like, no.
Yeah, when you have somebody like Adele who got big through her albums prior, but really through her YouTube fame.
Absolutely, there's a lot to do with YouTube, especially in the States, because, she's the. So here, I've always said this about Adele. Adele is what Taylor Swift wants to be. Like, really. Because when Adele makes a song about an ex, it's amazing.
But I still love you, T Swizzy. I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed.
Oh, I knew you were trouble when you walked in.
Goat sound. So what was?
She has a crush on me. You know that, right? Taylor Swift. She wrote a song called "Hey Stephen."
Oh.
She talks about.
I have bad news.
December is her favorite month.
I have bad
That's
news
the month
for
I
you.
was born.
I don't think that song is about you.
I think it is. It's obviously about me.
Okay. All right. We'll hit you up on Twitter later for a little bit of response on that.
Send all hate mail.
Send all stalker.
Send your TROs to.
That'll be good. That'll be good. Oh, that'll be a put us on the map thing. Apparently, some show named That Stupid Podcast is now stalking Taylor Swift.
Not well, yeah. Hey,
good Lord,
because it's out there.
So what else we got for Tech Bites this week? Is that it?
That's pretty much it. I mean, I just wanted to kind of quickly go through some stories, but mostly. The last thing I want to talk about, which isn't really story-wise, but technology-wise, is what the hell is wrong with, technology companies lately?
They're freaking out because the future is now!
No, I'm serious. So, there are every day I'll read a story. And I can't remember the name of the company, but there's somebody out right now trying to build self-driving cars out of the cars you already own.
Yes.
That's amazing to me.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
But
you can
it sounds
retrofit.
really, really dangerous, in my opinion. One of those retrofittings goes wrong, and everyone dies. That's just... It's like Toyota and their hydrogen car.
Why is it so ugly?
It is kind of gross looking.
I saw it today. I was like...
It's not a very attractive car.
But I mean, and that's what kills me.
It looks like a pissed off Prius.
It does look like a pissed off Prius. It was a Decepticon pissed off Prius.
Yes, exactly.
Because the front, it's like...
I'm evil hydrogen fueled car! So...
I don't know. I just
hear me roar.
Lately, technology companies have just gone weird.
Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say that a lot of technology companies out there are doing what they're seeing on Kickstarter, on GoFundMe, on Indiegogo, because there's a lot of products out there that companies are trying to buy. Or
but there's a lot of projects that I've even backed on Kickstarter and then immediately regretted.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll talk about some of our. Come up, you stick around until Friday. We're not doing a best of this week. It's gonna be a worst of and things that we've regretted purchasing.
Yeah, kind of immediately. So
it's gonna be good. Tomorrow though, July 1st, we'll be back with a little bit of game changer for you. So stick around. Subscribe to us on YouTube.
Like us on Facebook and give us a call.
480-STUPID9. Deuces.